Alright, so for today's review, we're going to take a look at my custom Kenworth T880 tractor, 1/50th scale. This model was put together by CustomStyrene. Did use some Sword parts, as you can see. But without further ado, let's get straight into the review here. So starting off with here, it's still kind of your basic T880. You got your nice Kenworth decal right there. You got some plastic vent work right there. And you got these big mirrors right there as well. You got some highlighted reflecting tape or turn signal indicators and running lights right there. And you got a nice Packard engine in there. And then you see all your hoses running to your radiator and stuff like that is mounted very nicely. And then coming to the side, you can see your window is open. So you can get a good view into the cab of the T880, which is nice. And then you do have a nice latch for the door right there. And you do have these chrome fuel tanks, which I like these a lot on here. And then you got a nice filler cap right there. You got your def tank right there. And then coming to the back of the model, you can see I did have T800. These are fenders off the T800w made by Sword. And then these fenders over the drop axle are actually from the Mack. I was going to do T800 fenders, but the wheels, they didn't quite fit right under them. So I was worried that it wasn't going to look right. So I decided to go with the Mack fenders, with the T800 fenders. I think it looks pretty good as well. The design's almost the exact same, as you can see with the lines and stuff like that. So that's why I went with that call right there. The fifth wheel is drilled out. As you can see, it's a lot bigger. So you can put a Sword Rider's little boy in there as well. And then coming to the back of the model, you can see I do have the Sword. I believe this is, it's either a Peterbilt or a Mack headache rack. Not quite sure. I believe it's off of a Mack, if I'm not mistaken. But it could have been off a Peterbilt. I don't remember what model I actually took it off of. But that's what this is off of. It's very nice. You got the airlines right here. You got some chains model right there. And you got some lights and stuff on there as well, which is very nice. And you got your little pogo stick to plug your airlines into when they're not being used. And then coming to the back, you can see just standard mud flaps right here. This one was a little bent when I got the model. But other than that, you can see you got your brake lights, reverse lights, and your just some running lights right there. And then coming to this side, you can see you got some air tanks right there. I believe this is your battery box cover right here. I believe this is like a little toolbox or something right here. Not too sure, but I know these are air tanks right there. And you do have a nice chrome exhaust that comes on the model. On the front of it, you can see you got the Kenworth logo right there on your grill. You got a nice place right here where a hitch could have been placed. But you do have an oversized load sign that does come with the model that flips over it. I don't have mine on right now. And you can see you got some nice headlight cover lenses as well. One more thing that does function on this model. I'm not sure how well you could see this. But you can see kind of like right there is a little tab. If I move those tabs to the side, the drop axle is able to come down, which is pretty cool. So you can see the drop axle's down right there. When you don't want it to be in use, you just put it back up, and then you move those little tabs over, which is pretty sweet. So when you get the model, it doesn't have the functioning drop axle. It's just in place. But I believe all you have to do is remove a couple things, and then put those little styrene tabs on there, and you should have a functioning drop axle. As you can see, it goes up and down. It's pretty neat. I like to have it stored in the up position most of the time. It's just how I like it. Some people could be different, but I just like to keep it up most of the time. But other than that, that's the custom T880 that was built by CustomStyrene for me, using some Sword parts. I really do think it does change the model a little bit, because when you do get the standard T880, it has that stupid plastic headache rack. I believe it's like a hydraulic tank behind there as well, but there's no fenders at all, which kind of leaves the model bare. And I kind of wanted to make it look like a T880 or a T800. So that's what we achieved. But that is about it for this review. So thank you for watching. If you'd like to follow my social media, both links are in the description. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next video to be uploaded.